You know what I'm saying? I got a fucking split on my lip. It's cold as shit out here, so don't. Yeah, my lip split because I smoke weed and it's too cold for that shit. But if you can hear me over these airplanes and shit, good motherfucking morning. Good morning. Shit. I just wanted to share my story about how I became a guru. How I discovered guruhood or godhood or uh, the infinite nine. But shit, it was really an accident. It was a pure ass fucking accident. I generally have always been interested in science, all types, every type really, and sci-fi, all types, just about every type of science fiction also, and it just seemed like I had been looking for this shit all my life, like just, you know what I'm saying, the spiritual understanding and shit. And it wasn't until last year, it's January 3rd, 2016, by the way. Around this time last year, I started smoking weed. My ex-girlfriend, Sheena, got me to start smoking weed. And when she did that, it kind of opened my mind up to some shit I guess I wasn't ready for. You know how they say weed is a gateway drug? They don't mean that the way that you think they mean it. It doesn't lead you necessarily to other drugs, but it does open your mind up creatively. Okay, so all my life, it's a beautiful fucking day, man. Let's see if I can get this. So yeah, all my life, I've only cared about science and science fiction. It's like shit. And I realize now that all my life I've always been trying to find a reason to believe that science fiction could be real or is real. And that's why I was so into science, because I wanted to find a way to believe in the superficial shit or supernatural shit, right? And I started smoking weed. I started having all these creative thoughts, I want to say, out of the box thoughts I'm not used to having, because I wasn't used to having at the time, because I didn't have a creative mind to speak of. I was always left brain, logical thinking 24/7, like, most people. And so yeah, the weed kind of started making me feel paranoid, and I was listening to extra shit, and I did not want to go to a doctor and let them tell me that I was crazy, because that's all they were going to tell me. So I decided to look for other solutions, other explanations and shit. And I started finding all this stuff about spirituality and psychics and godhood and wizards and witches and shit. And I'm like, this shit made more sense. It correlated more with what I was going through than what any one of the doctors had to say on one of those websites. That's just anything. It just didn't. The schizo shit. Because if that's the case, everybody that smokes weed is a schizo. So I couldn't believe that shit. So I didn't want to go talk to a doctor and shit. So I started practicing this spiritual stuff. Like seriously though, I had already been, I guess, aware of spirituality, like dream interpretation and synchronicity and shit like that, just on a real small level. I started that road when I was about 21, but I never pursued it too much. And but until recently, I'm 26 now, by the way. What happened? So yeah, I didn't want to believe I was going crazy, so I found another solution. I prayed, actually. I prayed. This was when I was still in the most religious state of mind I would ever been in. And I prayed to God, and I asked God to let me know I asked God to let me go crazy if I'm going crazy. Just fucking let it happen. And if I'm not going crazy, to show me a sign or something to let me know that I'm not going crazy. then, that same night, I was at work actually. That same night, I had a spirit speak through me and shit or whatever. And then the next day, I found a video on YouTube about a Drafinil, a pill that's supposed to make you concentrate and shit, or help you concentrate. So shit, I ordered it. Found out that it wasn't the most legal substance. But and that shit works like fuck. I took one of the pills. I mean, the first night I had so many epiphanies. I had so many epiphanies within that first week, matter of fact, that I pretty much reached Godhood within 2 weeks. It wasn't the pills though that made me get there. It was the knowledge that I already had. The fact that I realized that most people only use half their brain at a time. Most people can only think with the left brain, and most people can only think with one side or the other. I'm gonna say that. That's why you either have they talk about it all the time. You got left brain people, which are usually men, and you have right brain people, which are usually women. But in this day and age, most people, even women, think with the left brain. And I realized within those first 2 weeks that the left brain is incapable of creating new logic. Meaning, whatever you taught is what you're gonna know, period, point blank. So, if all you can use is your left brain people are only capable of doing what they're told, like robots or zombies. Not even zombies, robots. You know? So it's like, I don't know. So I realized that the key to this was to bridge the gap between the two brains so they could communicate better. And in order to do that, that's what you call an epiphany. Every time you have one of those aha moments or an epiphany, feels like your brain just was electrified for a quick second. It's basically a connection, a brand new connection being made between the two brains. And that's why it feels good, because learning is actually pleasure. But anyway, I started taking the pills. I had all these epiphanies, and things just started changing for me. And it's fucked up because I met a guy not too long after that. I met somebody who could actually answer questions for me that was already on the same page somewhat. And I learned a lot of shit from him. But apparently he was telling me that guruhood doesn't come so often type shit. Not everybody can be a fucking guru and shit, right? Or can attain godhood. And shit, when he said it, this was like 3 months ago. So when he said it didn't really resonate with me, because in my mind it was like, I just didn't believe it because it's too fucking easy. In my mind it was easy because I had already been studying this shit my entire life. Like, I've always loved every type of science, and I've always loved every type of sci-fi. So it was like I already had all the data in my mind. It was like when I took the pills allowed me to connect the dots and put it. Man, this is ugly, man. Fuck. Anyway, the pills there, Drafinil, allowed me to connect the dots a lot better and a lot quicker than I would have on my own. Yeah. So that's what really kept me from losing my fucking mind, was the damn the meds. And so gradually I started playing with it. Once I realized that the shit was real, that psychics are real, sixth senses are real and shit, and synchronicity and all this other stuff. When I realized that shit was real, I had to start playing with it, I started seeing videos of white people and black people and shit on YouTube moving water with their minds and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Making wind move and shit. And I'm like, man, and I'm in the state of mind now where anything is possible at this point. Cause I've, like I said, I made it to Guruhood. So it's like, in that state of mind, you can't assume anything is impossible. So I've started reading this stuff as if it was real, the wizardry stuff, witchcraft, all this, and I started seeing a lot of this stuff in real life. Like I started seeing people that match the descriptions of witches and wizards and shit. I started seeing people who match the descriptions of all these things. And then on the winter solstice, as a matter of fact, I was up here at this lake. It's a beautiful lake. I like to be here. It keeps me grounded. On the winter solstice, I saw spirits and shit. I saw ancient Moors walking around and shit at the lake. It was a enlightening experience. A lot less scary than I thought it was gonna be. But is my face too close to the camera? Yeah, what happened? Let me finish this damn story. So I made the Guruhood. Had just a whole bunch of the last 2 or 3 months. It's been a whole bunch. You know what I'm saying? It's still new to me. As far as the spiritual stuff, I'm still trying to get a hold of it. I'm still learning that there are some evil fucking people out here that have gotten to or gotten close to the level of Guruhood that will fuck you over. You know what I'm saying? And I'm realizing that shit now. I thought these people were helping me, but they were. But only everybody has their own agendas type shit. And I just had to wake up and fucking fuck it though. I'm woke, I'm here, fuck it. That's my little brief description of how I became an awakened being.